What's up, guys? Music fan here. How's you guys doing? Sorry that this video is very late. Basically, just tried to. I really tried to get into this video much sooner, but obviously things got in the way. There's lots of things going on in my house, and I just could not find any particular time or space to make the review until now. So this is just going to be a really quick, short review of Metallica's second studio album, Ride the Lightning, released in 1984, just only 1 year after the release of their first album, Kill 'Em All. So, just within the span of 1 year, and already we get another Metallica album, which is very drastically different from the album that preceded. What you got with Kill 'Em All was Metallica, you know as Metallica, like their whole thrash speed metal sound, like and but what you get with Ride the Lightning is something, like I said before, just so drastically different. Like, first of which, the songs are slightly longer than they were on Kill 'Em All. There's more experimentation as far as maturity in their sound. Like, I mean, they 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 complex their harmonies. They're far more complex harmonies with Ride the Lightning than there were with Kill 'Em All. And and they with this album they become more ambitious than they were with Kill 'Em All. There's far more complex harmonies. There are far more faster shifts in tempo. There's much more harder, more faster, more aggressive. Like I said before, the songs are even slightly longer with this album than they were with Kill 'Em All, and it's an overall much different record this time around than what you got with Kill 'Em All. Longer. Let me get glasses here. Longer song length times. Some ranging from 6 minutes, even ranging to like 8 minutes. If you call the last track, the Call of Cthulhu, and this is, and so basically this album is an overall game changer for Metallica, and quite a big gigantic leap forward musically than from Kill 'Em All. And the lyrical nature to this song, I mean this album too, is also an immense game changer. Like, they experiment more with themes of death and themes of biblical themes here too. Just also themes of despair, and something that was not really noted on Kill 'Em All. Like in a lot of these songs, musically and lyrically, it does definitely point ahead to more complex work with their future albums, and especially with the just the sheer ambition of Ride the Lightning. You definitely get a work of art, a body of work that will not only affect Metallica's later catalog in the later half of the 90s, I mean the 80s, but you're also going to get a complete game changer for heavy metal, period. Like Kill 'Em All, you can say, is the grand introduction, but Ride the Lightning is clearly like the grand statement, I guess you can maybe say, that Metallica is much more than just a thrashy band. Like, but anyways, that's all I have to. Well, maybe not have to say, but like Kill 'Em All, this album merits a track by track review. So just let me get through this really quick because it's very late. First song, Fight Fire with Fire. I could probably easily say that this particularly is my favorite song off this record, but it's one of my favorite songs with this record. And this past month, this is the only song off this record that I've been repeating over and over and over and over again. It has this manic riff behind it. It's just crazy. It's just viscerally insane. And nothing more I can say about that. Like, fight fire with fire. Just a fantastic introduction to this album. Really shows off Metallica's new complex um, guitar chops here, like their knack for melody as well. And Kirk Hammett too. He takes he starts taking a much bigger presence on this album than he did with Kill 'Em All. Like, he did have a presence in Kill 'Em All, but he takes a much bigger leap here than that album. But Fight Fire with Fire, love that song. Really been listening to that song a lot lately, and it's no wonder. The title track to the album, Ride the Lightning, um, is probably the first Metallica song to really concern social concerns. Something that will come up even more so on the fourth album, the Justice album. But but Ride the Lightning, the title track, excellent song. Really kind of like thought provoking of social concerns of execution and all that. Not to mention a metal classic. For Whom the Bell Tolls. I've also been getting into this song a lot more lately. This song really is very powerful in of itself. Concerns death in this particular sense. And again, another classic. And Fade to Black. What else can I say about this song that many other Metallica fans on YouTube hasn't said about this song already? It's clearly a staple. It's now considered a major staple in the metal world. Wasn't so much when it came out because people lambasted Metallica for making a ballad when they're supposed to be making songs very reminiscent of Whiplash and Seek and Destroy and Hit the Lights. Only those songs. You can't go anywhere other than these songs. But Fade to Black is just an instant classic. It is a pure ballad classic of heavy metal, and it also kind of changed the game for Metallica too, because up until this point they were not noted for making ballads, but starting with Fade to Black, they will start heading more and more in this direction with maybe one song or two songs for the rest of the 80s, and then more so in the 90s. But anyway, I definitely love this song. Kirk Hammett's solo, nothing else to say here. Trapped Under Ice. I have to admit that I wasn't necessarily familiar with this song firsthand when I first heard it a while back. But I've been listening to this song more, and I actually come to like it now. It's a really, really good song, and I definitely really like it. Escape. Um, I can probably definitely say that this is my least favorite song off the album. It's a song I listen to quite fairly often, but when I think of the way the harmony and James Hetfield's vocal goes in the chorus of this song, it works well, but I don't know why. It just doesn't meld with me that much. Musically, really good, but it just doesn't work for me. Creeping Death. Um, like Fight Fire with Fire, this kind of borrows biblical themes here. Um, One of the very first Metallica songs to do it very overtly, and yeah, it's kind of weird because I've been watching certain internet videos with this song, and I was always kind of wondering, what is this song that has this really, really cool thing, this shift in the middle, like da 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 do do da 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 dish dish. I've always kind of wanted to know what that song was from, and then now that I know this from Creeping Death, from Ride the Lightning, I kind of like it. I really like the play of rhythm here in this particular song. And the last song, the call of Cthulhu. what can I say about this last song? I'm kind of arguing with myself in the sense of like whether this song, Fade to Black, or Fight Fire with Fire, or even the title track, at least those 4 or 5 songs that count, really count. I have a hard time debating with myself which of the 5 or 4 are my favorite songs off this record. I can't really decide, but the call of to I can't pronounce the name right, Cthulhu, is definitely has been a song that has surprised me immensely with this album. The song is firstly, this song is like one of the the first ever instrumental for the band. And oh, by the way, like one of I believe, hold on, yeah, this is also another one, like one of the last few songs written along with Dave Mustaine, along with the title track "Ride the Lightning," which makes Ride the Lightning the album, the very last album to feature any writing credit from Dave Mustaine. After which you just go solely to Kirk Hammett. But either way, the call of to uh, Cthulhu, I can't pronounce that name right, is an epic, brilliant song. Just sheer brilliance. I mean, you will not get the sheer brilliance of the song just by me talking about it. It's something you guys have to look up yourselves. Look up on YouTube. For I'm stuttering my words here, but look up on YouTube, search it up. But this song is just immensely epic. It's instrumental, the Metallica's first ever instrumental in their career. I think, apart from Anastasia pulling teeth, but either way, um, it's an epic song. Pure genius. I cannot recommend it anymore. Anyway, 4 point grading system, music originality. First point, fantastic music originality. They really break down the barriers that they set in Kill 'Em All, and they bring their thrash metal sound to a whole new ambitious level with this album. It's just pure ambitious, complex melodies, expanded song length, um, experimentation lyrically with themes of biblical themes of death, themes of isolation a little bit, but it's still just grandly epic, this album. So like just 5 out of 5 for music originality. Songwriting, definitely also a big plus here. Like little bit of times where the songwriting falters a bit, like in the song "Escape," for instance. But it doesn't really detract from the overall veracity of this album. So it's like a 4.5 out of 5 for the songwriting. Likability. I do have to say that like this was one of few Metallica albums that I was very least familiar with. I wasn't so much attracted to this album at first, but now that I have given it a complete full listen, I have to say I really listen to this album now quite a lot now than I did in the past. So I find it fairly enjoyable. So it's kind of like a 4 out of 5, more or less. Still a really good score for the likability. As for the album, the only I think Escape is the only one that really detracts it down for me. But like in general, this album is just purely flawless. Like this album really brings Metallica to a whole nother game, a whole nother level, and it's with no argument here. This album really brings Metallica to a whole new game, and brings heavy metal to a whole new game. Like I said before, ambitious song length, but themes, lyrical themes, more attention paid to complex melody, complex time and tempo shifts in rhythm, and they really excel in this particular instance, where then a lot of other bands were starting to copy them at that point. and just in just 1 year they they expand to something more ambitious and is a point ahead to what the future albums are going to hold for Metallica, especially the fourth album. But again, when that album review comes up, so Ride the Lightning, 5 out of 5, pure classic, pure metal classic, and nothing else I can say that everyone else hasn't said already. So yeah, that's Ride the Lightning, Metallica. Sorry that this video is very late. Lots of stuff has happened, and so I hopefully by tomorrow I'll get to master Puppets, the big album that everybody loves, all the Metallica fans love, and I'll voice my opinion with that album. So yeah, this has been Metallica, Ride the Lightning. Sorry if I'm not nearly as energetic as I was with Kill 'Em All, but I hope this review suffices. Anyway, Metallica, Ride the Lightning. Comments in the comment section below. Tell me what you think. Love it, hate it, why. And I'll see you tomorrow. It's the Music Fan. Take care, guys.